Yo, what is up, guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV, bringing you another video in my heavyweight prospect series. And today we will be covering a heavyweight by the name of Ivan Dychko. Ivan Dychko comes from Kazakhstan, and he is a former amateur standout. For example, he is a two-time Olympic bronze medalist in the super heavyweight division. He's also medalled at various other tournaments in the amateurs, and he's got a wealth of experience in the amateur game. In fact, if you look at Ivan Dychko's amateur record, he's beaten some really good fighters. You know, he's beaten the likes of Bakadir Jalalov, Mohamed Majidov, Erislandi Savon. You know, he beat some of the best amateurs in the world, and for years, Ivan Dychko was a standout in the amateur ranks. He was one of the best in the world for a considerable period of time. So the guy has a lot of pedigree. And going into the pro ranks, you really can't ignore that. On top of that, the man has some very impressive physical dimensions. For example, he is 6'9". Ivan Dychko is very tall and very long, and that really plays into his style of fighting. Obviously, he likes to make the most of his height and reach, and he does that behind a really good jab and good footwork. Ivan Dychko is a little bit similar to Vladimir Klitschko. He's got a similar bounce in his step, good footwork, very long jab, decent hand speed for a big man, and very good foot speed for a big man. He's very athletically gifted, a lot of guys that size would really struggle to move their own weight, in all honesty, but Dychko has pretty good coordination, nice reactions, and quite frankly, he's been gifted with some really good athleticism. And yeah, I believe Ivan Dychko is certainly a prospect to look out for. In the pro ranks, he is 9-0 with 9 knockouts. He turned pro in September 2017. He's not fought anybody yet. He's fought some real low-level journeymen and old guys like Ray Austin and Maurice Harris. So I would like to see Ivan Dychko step up in competition. Given that this guy was a stellar amateur, I really want to see this guy push on now. And he needs to be more active as well. So in 2017, he only actually fought twice. He fought a 6-rounder against Ray Austin. That fight went 3 rounds. And he fought an 8-rounder against a guy called Nate Haven, and that went 2 rounds. So in 2019, Ivan Dychko had 5 rounds. So in 2020, he needs to be a lot more active. He needs more fights, and he needs to fight more durable guys. Guys who can take him a few rounds and maybe extend him and give him a few problems so we can see how good Ivan Dychko really is as a pro. So he needs to step up, and he does need to be more active, but the talent is there. Like I said, he can move well for a big man, he's got really nice feet, he's got an excellent jab, good timing all around, and his straight right is the money punch. He throws a really good straight right behind the jab, and he can time that shot very well. It's accurate, it's powerful, and if that punch lands, that punch is really going to trouble a lot of heavyweights. So Ivan Dychko has a lot of attributes, he does have a lot of ability, and he's a talented fighter, a well-schooled fighter, who could go a long way. He's certainly one of the more highly touted prospects in the heavyweight division right now, but, like I said, it's really now a case of being more active and, stepping through the levels. I don't think Ivan Dychko did himself any favours when he turned pro. From what I've read, he turned pro with a smaller promotional company, so maybe they can't get him the dates. Hopefully that sorts itself out and we see this guy more active. And as he goes through the year, hopefully he can start stepping through the levels of competition, maybe ending the year fighting the likes of Christian Hammer, people along those lines, Just slight step-ups, guys who can take him some more rounds and show him a thing or two about the pro game. In regards to Ivan Dychko's weaknesses, I've got to admit, his inside game is a little lacking. In the amateurs, at times he struggled with guys who could apply pressure. So for example, one of his fights with Majidov, he got knocked out. He couldn't really manage the distance, and Majidov got inside and just blasted him out. So in the pro ranks, he needs to find a way to either improve on the inside or stop fights going to the inside, because that is a weakness for Ivan Dychko. The inside game really isn't there. I know for a big tall guy like that, it's always going to be hard to fight on the inside, but yeah, he certainly needs to learn how to neutralise people if they get to the inside and defend himself. We'll see how he develops in that sense. And as for his chin, I don't think Ivan Dychko has a granite chin. He did get knocked out in the amateurs and he got hurt a fair bit, so maybe the chin is questionable. But, there's certainly a lot of talent there, and he is one of the better prospects in the heavyweight division. And as for the chin, we all know with heavyweights, if these guys land flush, these guys can knock anyone out, and all of these guys can get knocked out. So maybe the chin at heavyweight is probably not the most important factor. So we'll see what happens with Ivan Dychko, but certainly a prospect to look out for. Certainly one of the more highly touted prospects coming out of the amateurs. I do rate him. If I were to make a top 10 prospect list in the heavyweight division, Ivan Dychko would certainly be in there. So I do rate him, but we'll see how far he goes. If you've not checked him out, watch a few of his fights, watch some of his amateur fights, see what you think, how far do you believe he can go, share your thoughts below. Peace.